We're getting some breaking news at this moment, and this is being attributed to government sources. There is, in fact, a lot of misinformation circulating regarding the flame of Amar Jawan Jyoti. This is what the government of India has said, and the correct perspective has been put forth, and they have said that the flame of Amar Jawan Jyoti is not being extinguished. It is being merged with the flame of the National War Memorial. This clarification really coming from the government of India. These are true sources that we are getting to know. This is how the government of India has chosen to respond to the entire controversy regarding the extinguishing of the Amar Jawan Jyoti flame. They've said it's not being extinguished, it's being merged with the National War Memorial. My colleague Ayushman now joins me on the broadcast. Ayushman, a clarification of sorts that we might expect from government of India after the Congress party has gone ahead traded barbs over the extinguishing of the flame.
Yes, in fact, we saw Rahul Gandhi tweeting and saying the sacrifice cannot be understood by the current government, and once the party comes back to power, the eternal Amar Jawan Jyoti will be reignited. And now the government sources have indicated that it is not being extinguished. First of all, it is being merged with the National War Memorial's Jyoti, which is there. But at the same time, the other explanation which has come is that the Amar Jawan Jyoti paid homage to only the 1971 martyrs and also other wars, but none of their names were present. The names inscribed on India Gate are also of some of the martyrs who fought British World War and the Anglo-Afghan War. And it is somewhere, quote unquote, the highlights the colonial past, and that's why the name of all Indian martyrs from all the wars, including 1971, and after it are housed at National War Memorial. Hence, it's a true Shraddhanjali, is what the government of India sources are saying, to have the flame paying tribute to all martyrs there. So this is the clarification which is coming from the government after we saw the opposition attacking the government over the extinguishing of the flame of Amar Jawan Jyoti. We saw Rahul Gandhi tweeting, and then this this clarity from the government sources have come.
All right, Ayushman, in fact, do we have a word from anybody from the Congress party after this clarification that has been put out by the government of India? Through sources, we are getting to know that they have actually responded to this entire controversy. So now do we have the Congress also responding?
Well, at about 12, we are being told that Congress Party's MP Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will be addressing a press conference. So most likely a response on this will definitely be coming there. But after that clarification from the government sources, nothing has come. But yes, after Rahul Gandhi tweeted about the Amar Jawan Jyoti, this clarification from government has come. Although no clarification so far, no question so far from the Congress Party. It is expected that in the press conference, the question will definitely be asked on this, to which the
All right, Ayushman, in fact, we are getting a reaction from Congress leader Manish Tiwari. Let's quickly listen into that.
The partition in 1947. It commemorates India's finest hour. On one hand, while it salutes the sacrifice of all those brave men who laid down their lives, on the other hand, it also commemorates that the then government led by Srimati Indira Gandhi had cleaved Pakistan into two parts. So what is happening is an attempt to rewrite history. The Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, the President of India, should intervene in order to ensure that the Amar Jawan Jyoti is not extinguished, because what is being extinguished is not only an immortal flame, but what is being extinguished is also a very, very important part of our history.
So, another and last question is to you, sir. The agency has done a survey where Prime Minister Modi has emerged as the most popular leader across the world. Around 71% of votes have been, people have voted for PM Modi. How do you see this?
Which agency has done the survey?
So it's monetary
Who has commissioned the survey? Who is this some kind of a rolling regular survey? So therefore, in this country and in this world, you have surveys and surveys and surveys, and some surveys speak the truth while other surveys can be very self-serving.
Right, Congress leader Manish Tiwari there responding to government saying that they are not really extinguishing the Amar Jawan Jyoti. They are only merging it with the National War Memorial. We have Charan Singh Sapra on the phone line. Charan Singh Sapra of the Congress Party. Thank you so much, Mr. Sapra, for joining me on the broadcast. And right, history is what your party is saying as far as this decision by Government of India is concerned. Your first words about this entire controversy, sir.
See, I feel the official statement of Congress party will come around 12 o'clock. But as far as now what the situation is, it is deplorable that the BJP wants to, stop the flames of Jawan Jyoti, which is already there since so many years. I also remember Narendra Modi, some time ago, he had said, सेना में जवान जितना साहस करने की ताकत रखता है उससे ज्यादा साहस करने की ताकत व्यापारी रखता है. So time and again they have demeaned the contribution of the brave hearts or the defense personnel. So similarly, I feel this is a step towards that only, and it's deplorable. We condemn that, though the government has given a clarification about the merger. But I still feel that this government, slowly, they want to, clear out all the symbols of independence. Country got independence
Mr.
only in
Sapra, the fact that
2014, and the country has started.
Right. Yes, Mr. Sapra, please go ahead.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That this government of Narendra Modi, they want to show that this country got independence not in 1947 but in 2014. And whatever is happening, whatever the nation building work is happening, that has just started after 2014. They want to eradicate the history of India's independence or the history of India before 2014. So this is a step towards that, I feel.
All right. Mr. Sapra, also the government, through sources, we've got to know that they are actually trying to rule out misinformation. What they're calling is that misinformation. They're not really extinguishing the flame is what they are saying. However, while trying to justify this act, they have also mentioned that the Amar Jawan Jyoti also highlighted the colonial past of the country. Your word on this, sir?
See, colonial past is also a history. Do the current dispensation want the youngsters of India to not to go down to the history, the past history of the country? Why they want that the youngsters should not know the history and they should only know the history which is there after 2014? This is what we are opposing, that they can't eradicate the history of India, a great nation which has more than 2,000 years history. So I feel this is a thing which is, the country is not going to accept. And under the garb of just merging the Jyoti, I feel they are trying to destroy the earlier history of independent India.
Right. Mr. Charan Singh Sapra, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. So, Mr. Sapra there of the Congress Party responding to this latest reasoning by the Government of India on deciding to go ahead and merge the Amar Jawan Jyoti flame with the National War Memorial. Now, there's word coming from the Government of India. This is being attributed to the Government of India sources. And this is what the government has said. This is what their line is, that there is a lot of misinformation circulating regarding the flame of Amar Jawan Jyoti. The correct perspective, according to the government, is that the flame of Amar Jawan Jyoti is not being extinguished. It is being merged with the flame at the National War Memorial.